Hello there guys, welcome to FM-Tastic. So today I've got a video where I'm basically explaining my best tactic that I've had in a lot of years on FM. So it's on the screen here. I call it the Schalkeunlocker because the backstory of it is, I'm going to show you my old formation first and I'll give you the backstory. So when I first started this save, you can see it's 2041 now, but it was back in 2017, 16, 17. And what I'd done is I got my best players, all the best players I had at Sporting. I ranked them from the coaches, ranking of them, and I just picked the first 11 players, making sure I had a goalkeeper there, and I dragged them to where they fit. So, like, say, if you pick a player and you drag them, it tells you where they fit the best. So that's what I'd done, and they all came up into this basically 6-3-1 formation, and it was pretty good. What it done originally for me is I won the Champions League the first season. I was really, really shocked. I didn't expect it. It was a lot of low wins. I can show you the results, but it was so many years ago now. Let's go 2016, 17. Right. So 1-0. I won in extra time against Arsenal. It doesn't tell you anything now about it. I beat Napoli in the semi-finals, so a pretty easy semi-final. Juventus, I was really surprised. I remember being really surprised. Bas Dost, if you can see there, 85th and 88th minute to get us through. That was an amazing time. Anyway, we won the Champions League. I thought, oh, that's great, we can build from here. We basically didn't win the league for a lot of years. That's our current recent history. Competitions. If you look here, we didn't actually win the league until 2023, and I'm going to talk you over kind of what happened, like, to get to that situation, to get to that outcome, basically, after winning the Champions League. So over the first few seasons, we'll go to competitions. We've done all right in the league. We'll go to domestic league. Because I'd won the Champions League with this formation, I thought, wow, I'm going to be able to win the league with this, because Sporting hadn't won the league since I think it was 01 or 02 in real life. And where we're starting, 16, 17, there we go. Finished second in the league. It's best if I actually go to here, isn't it? If I go back all the way back to the first season, there we go. We finished second in the league, a good 12 points behind Porto. The next season, we finished behind Benfica, 4 points behind. We got a lot better points total. We were one off what Porto got the previous season to win it. Then we dropped to third. And my job started getting a bit strained at this time. Then we got to fourth, which isn't good at all, is it? So what I'd done at this point, I know I've started this video talking about my formation. I'm now going to tell you this is my best save ever, pretty much. So when I got to fourth, 1920, I'll show you this season. So we'll go to this season, 1920. What I've done, as you can see there, I got rid of 110 million worth of players. There was a few seasons I did get rid of a lot of people every season, but I got rid of a lot of players last season who were older, and I got in £227 million of brand new youngster players, and I mean that was a turning point for the save. The next season you'll see I purposely finished 6th. What I mean by this is I knew I wasn't going to win the league. I just bought loads of youngsters. I know the Liga NOS it's like a pretty weak league for if you're sporting Porto or Benfica. It's not massively weak, but I knew that I wouldn't be getting relegated with these players. But I did think I would do better than 6th. But even though I was kind of mid-table the whole way and I wasn't threatening the title, I decided to stick with the youngsters because they all had, the 4-star gold potential with the kind of last one blacked out potential, 5-star potential. They all had that. Some of them ended up being some of the best players in the world, like ever. So I stuck with them. I knew they were going to come good. Next season came 3rd. Brilliant. That was the same team, and I evolved the team, and we finally won it the year after. And since then, I think we've lost it like once or something. There, 1, 2. We've only lost it 2 times since then, and now it's 40-41, and we're currently in 3rd. We're having a little bit of a blip this season. I think we'll still win it though. But yeah, so that's the story. You probably think, well, why is the formation called Schalkeunlocker? Okay, and what has your league history got to do with anything to do with your formation? Well, when we finished 3rd, before we won it, we were having trouble. I remember we always had trouble against Schalke. I'm not sure if you can find teams. Can you find teams? No. We always had trouble with Schalke in the Champions League. I'm going to see if I can find some examples. But they always used to beat us. They were like our kryptonite. Or I felt like this anyway. It might have not been that many. I'm going to see if I can find them for you. And basically it was our formation, that 2-4-1-3 or whatever it was. The 2-4-1... What was it called? Sorry, I haven't used this in a long... Sorry, that's the wrong thing. The 2-4-3-1. Right. That... I'd stuck with it for so many years. I'd built teams around it, and I might be going too far now. Yeah, I think I'm too far now. It might have been earlier. I really don't know. But long story short is Schalke had dominated us in the Champions League. Was it the Europa League? No, it was in the Champions League. I remember them dominating us. And I think it was halfway through one of the games or something, I decided to go for all this all-out attack play. It was crazy. I don't understand why I'd done it. It's not something I would normally... I was trying to do a passing game. I was trying to do it right. And obviously it wasn't clicking. And I thought it was because of, where is this? I just can't find Schalke at all here. It might be further on than I thought, but I don't think it is. I do apologise for this. Yeah, it definitely wasn't 17, 18. I'm going to come some years up now. Let's see if we can find it. I should have planned this out before we started, but it was just an impromptu video I thought was really interesting. It was interesting to me. There we go. Look, there we go. This was the first season Schalke probably gave it to us, I did win the league, but you seen that I'd lost it again with the young team. 24-25. Schalke beat us 2-1, and then they beat us 6-2, which I was good. Look at all the rest of the games. We're pretty we were dominating the league that season. I think, obviously, did we even lose a league game that season? What year was that? 24-25. Let's have a look. 24-25. We lost one league game that season, and Schalke just dominated us. And I'm pretty sure the next season we got them again in the Champions League. We got them again, and I was very wary of this. And this was the day I changed that formation. And as you can see, Hans Beth, he's just retired. He's one of the best players I've ever had. He didn't score that many goals because I moved him back, but that's just a whole different story. But yeah, we won 5-3. I was like, finally, from losing against Schalke last time, that was shocking. And beating them 5-3 and then 3-0. And I'm not sure if we met them again. But it just worked, and from then on we've never looked back, and we've won pretty much every league. We did win the Europa League that season, I think. It's ended halfway there. Oh no, we didn't. Sorry, well, it won it one season, but yeah, it's been an amazing formation, and I've used it on other games. I have tweaked it. I mess about with the strikers depending on who I have up front. But the two deep lying forwards and one centre forward, complete forward, that worked year in, year out. This is one of the men here, Johan Lecomte. Look at that, he's just amazing. I've struggled to keep on to him for a lot of seasons. Especially last season, I didn't give him many games. But if you look at his record, he's been amazing for me. We got him when he was really young. I think he was 16 or 17 from Muskron. 35 million. He scored 14 in his first season. It helps when you got players like this. But if you have got a really dominating team, check out this formation. It's 4 at the back, an anchor man. I've never changed that. Even if someone's better at something else, I've always kept anchor man. 2 advanced playmakers. So they're like the engine room. And then you have your 3 forwards. Pick what the forwards are best at. But this has always worked for me. So have mentality overload. I don't think this gets used enough. I don't concede as much as you would think I do have an overload. It might be because I'm in a weaker league. I have used it in other leagues though, and it has worked. I admit I've got a massively world-class team. I think I'm the best team in the world, one of the best teams in the world at this point. But I've never changed from overload. I have got a different save where I'm doing a different type of formation where I have it control now and again, but overload's it's just been amazing for me. And this is the instructions. So normal tempo with narrow. So I play through the middle, but I have wingers who do like to help. Have a deeper defensive line. Close down much more. Always closing down. Use tight marking and get stuck in. You don't want to let people have time. It gets a lot of yellow cards and therefore a lot of red cards as well. So that's something you've got to be aware of. But when it gets you the results it gets me, I don't mind getting the yellow and red cards. And I have here exploit in the middle and pump ball into the box. This is a breakneck strategy. You're bombarding teams. You will feel like you get FM'd because you always get about 3 times as much shots at least to the other people. You don't always get as much possession. So you get like 30 shots. Sometimes you'll not score and you'll be gutted, but that's just what happens because we also shoot on sight and have early crosses. The early crosses help because you got 3 forwards there. Shoot on side. If you've got great players, you've got great attacking, advanced playmakers and great strikers, you're going to get a lot of goals by doing this. Shoot on sight. And I'll go route one as well. So you could call it long ball. Route one is basically you just, if you can think of Man U when Alex Ferguson had them, they would just, last 10 minutes of the game, you couldn't get out your half. They would just bombard you. This tactic is that the whole game. I would advise you to use it. It is a brilliant tactic. If you have any questions about it, just ask me in the comments. That's pretty much it. It was a long story to get to this, but I needed to tell you why it was called the Schalkeunlocker, and I need to tell you why I'd done it, and why it is so effective. Like, I wasn't going to be winning season after season after season using 2-4-3-1. I might use it using a more conventional 4-1-3-2 or 4-1-4-1 type of thing, but I've done it this way. I can't use tactics that are different than this now. This is just the only tactic I kind of go to now. Sometimes I'll bring a midfielder in. I'll play 4-2-2-2, a bit like this. I'll do something like that with. I'll have the defensive midfielder as like a regista. I'll do that sometimes, but 99% of the time I have it like this, like I've just walked through with you. So thank you for watching the video. I hope I've helped you with at least an attacking formation. At least it's a formation that could get you goals if you need it. If you have any questions, just like I said, let me know. I'll be very happy to help, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.